Last weekend, my friends and I spent a day in Langley on Whidbey Island, one of the most picturesque, charming little seaside towns in Washington state. Now, I have been to Langley many times, but it was a first for my friends, and they could not stop talking about how in love they were. Start your day with brunch at the Brayburn. I love the polenta, seared Parmesan polenta with bacon, garlic sauteed greens, roasted tomatoes, a poached egg, and house-made pesto. Then stroll around, stopping into locally owned shops like Grey Horse Mercantile. They sell artisan foods like tinned fish and cheeses, and home goods like these really cute candles I saw that look exactly like spears of asparagus. Then pop into Village Wine Shop to taste some Pacific Northwest wines. My friends also had some great thrift store finds, except for the creepy clown. Mindy, why did you buy that creepy clown? For more information on lodging, how to get there, and more, go to visitlangley.com. That's visitlangley.com. Welcome to The Leftovers. I'm Rachel Belle. The Leftovers is audio left on the cutting room floor from last week's Your Last Meal interview. And today you'll hear never-before-heard cuts from Yotam Ottolenghi, chef and author of 9 best-selling cookbooks, co-owner of 12 restaurants and delis, most of them in London, and a longtime columnist for The Guardian and The New York Times. On last week's episode, Yotam shares one of his most mortifying moments. When he was 13, he traveled to Japan with his family, and one night they had dinner in someone's home.
And the dessert was this red bean paste cake or cookie. Now I can see the point of it. When I was a kid, I thought it was the most horrible thing I could ever eat. And my brother and I were like, what are we doing with this? Like, we have to eat it. It's insulting if we don't, but it tastes horrible. So what we did was even worse. We just threw them out the window. And when we were coming out, we realized that where they fell was this like perfect Zen garden, that it was really the most dreadful thing I've done in my life, leave that house with the red bean paste on the gravel. Bad boys.
If you missed that episode, I recommend pausing this one and going back to listen to that one first. But if you're all caught up, here is my lightning round with Yotam Ottolenghi. Number one, what is your perfect birthday cake, or if you're not a cake person, perfect dessert?
My perfect birthday cake is a layered chocolate and cream cake. So layers of chocolate and kind of layers of cream or ganache.
What is your favorite holiday for eating?
Ooh, I suppose it has to be Hanukkah because it has all this wonderful fried food that I love.
Yeah.
I just love latkes. I just love them so much. I love fried things, but this one is like, it's everything you want. It's fried. It's potato. It's served with, cream. That's the one.
For me, it's a vessel for the sour cream because I'm like waiting all year to buy the giant tub so I can eat the whole thing.
Yeah, that with sour cream and a bit of chive or spring onion, it's just the best thing in the world.
Do you like applesauce on yours too?
No, I like to keep the sweet and the savory separate. So yeah, that's an American thing for me. I eat them with only savory things.
Okay, interesting. What did you think of British food when you first moved to London almost 30 years ago?
I had the misconception. I thought British food was bad, but actually I don't think British food is bad. I think British food is great. It's kind of been slightly neglected for a long time, but I think British food is good, especially desserts. Trifle and messes, and also and there's a wonderful cake history, baking history here, and I think there's some great British food around. I've really been turned around by British food.
I guess, yeah, we all know now from the Great British Bake Off how many cakes there are.
So many cakes and so many good bakers. People here never use mixes, cake mixes. It just doesn't, it's not a shelf in the supermarket. It just doesn't exist. People bake from scratch. So there is a skill set here that is quite remarkable.
People talk a lot about how you changed the way that British people eat and the food in London. When you first started cooking and opening your delis and your restaurants, was it hard to find a lot of the ingredients that you wanted to cook with, from the Middle East?
No, it wasn't hard as long as you knew where to look for them. So I used to always go to those areas that stock Middle Eastern, Arabic ingredients, Turkish shops, Iranian shops. You'd always find these Northern African, Middle Eastern roasters that would sell what I needed. But obviously in supermarkets and local shops, you couldn't find those things. So you had to go out of your way to find these things. Much less so than today.
One more question. Are people intimidated to cook for you? Do you have this problem where, you want to be invited just over to friends' houses and people are like, we could never cook for you?
I suppose some of them do. Most people know that I just love food. And once they have cooked for me, they know that I'm really I'm not very judgy. I like to eat almost everything. So it's not a problem. I think probably with some people at the beginning would probably think that, but once I've been there once, they wouldn't think that anymore.
You didn't throw their food out the window when they weren't looking.
No, I'm not 13 anymore.
And that was Yotam Ottolenghi's Leftovers. Yotam is on tour now, talking and doing cooking demos for audiences across the US and Canada. If you're like me and you live in Seattle, he is here tonight at the Paramount. You might even be able to snag some last-minute tickets. Well, thank you for your time. It was so lovely chatting with you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope to see you when I'm there.
I do too. Yeah, I got to get my tickets. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The Leftovers and Your Last Meal are both products of Seattle's Cascade PBS. We would love for you to become a Cascade PBS member. For as little as $7 a month, you get streaming access to all PBS shows. This episode was produced by me, mixed and mastered by senior producer Sarah Bernard, with original theme music by Prom Queen. If you liked this episode or any episode of Your Last Meal, please share it with a friend. All episodes are easily shared by text or email with the click of a button in your podcast app. And if you're not already getting my newsletter, join thousands of other people who are. It's called the Nosh Newsletter. It comes out every other Wednesday. You can sign up at cascadepbs.org/Nosh Newsletter or find a link in the show notes. I'm Rachel Belle, and this is The Leftovers.